I want you to imagine a flawless porcelain vase. It is perfectly white. It is perfectly symmetrical. It has no scratches. It has no chips. It sits on a pedestal in a museum behind glass. It is beautiful. But it is also weak. It is terrified. It lives in constant fear of a strong wind, a clumsy hand, or a slight tremor. Because if it falls, it is over. Its value drops to zero. Its identity is destroyed. Now, imagine a different bowl. It is rough. It is old. And running through the center of it are jagged veins of pure gold. This bowl has been shattered. It has been dropped. It has been destroyed. But instead of throwing it away, the master glued the pieces back together using lacquer mixed with gold dust. This bowl is not afraid of falling. It has already fallen. It has survived the worst thing that could happen to it. And because of its scars, it is now worth 10 times more than the perfect vase. This is the Japanese art of kintsugi, golden joinery. It is the philosophy that the beauty is in the brokenness. We live in a society that worships the perfect vase. We hide our failures. We Photoshop our flaws. We pretend we have never been hurt. This perfectionism is making us fragile. Today, we are going to smash the vase. We are going to teach you why your trauma, your bankruptcy, your divorce and your failures are not defects. They are the cracks where the gold goes. We are going to show you how to become anti-fragile. The fragility of the undefeated. Zhao, who is the weakest person in the room. It is not the person crying. It is not the person with the limp. The weakest person is the one who has never failed. Think of the golden child. Straight A's in school. Captain of the football team. Got the high-paying job immediately. Never had a heart back. You envy him. You think he is strong. He is not strong. He is untested. He is living in a bubble of competence. Because he has never lost, he has no data on how to handle loss. He has no emotional calluses. The moment life punches him in the face, and life punches everyone eventually, he will shatter into a million pieces, and he will not know how to put himself back together. He will spiral into depression. He will quit. Now look at the person who has failed. The entrepreneur who went bankrupt at 25. The addict who got sober. The fighter who got knocked out and stood back up. They are dangerous. They know the worst-case scenario, and they know they can survive it. They walk with a different kind of confidence. Not the arrogance of the undefeated, but the quiet assurance of the resurrected. To be unbroken is to be naive. To be broken and mended is to be wise. The science of hypertrophy, breaking to build. Let's look at the biology. Nature hates perfection. Nature loves adaptation. How do you build muscle? You go to the gym and you lift a weight that is too heavy for you. You are literally ripping your muscle fibers apart. You are causing micro-trauma. If you looked at your muscles under a microscope after a workout, they would look like a disaster zone. They are broken. But what does the body do? It rushes resources to the site of the trauma. It repairs the tear. But it doesn't just repair it to the same level. It adds more fiber. It makes it thicker. It makes it stronger. The body says, that weight broke us. We must ensure that weight can never break us again. This is hypertrophy. The same happens with your bones. Wolff's law states that bones adapt to the loads under which they are placed. If you break a bone, the site of the fracture, once healed, often becomes denser and stronger than the surrounding bone. The break is the catalyst for the strength. If you never stress the muscle, it atrophies. If you never stress the bone, it becomes brittle, osteoporosis. Psychologically, it is the same. If you protect your mind from all stress, all failure, and all pain, your spirit gets osteoporosis. You become a snowflake. You need the fracture to trigger the growth. The origin of the gold. Ashikaga Yoshimasa. The story of kintsugi begins in the 15th century with the shogun Ashikaga Yoshimasa. He had a favorite tea bowl. One day, he dropped it and it shattered. He was devastated. He sent the pieces to China to be repaired. The Chinese craftsman drilled metal staples into the ceramic to hold it together. It looked ugly. It looked like Frankenstein's monster. It leaked tea. The shogun was not happy. He asked his Japanese craftsman to find a better way, to find a way that honored the bowl. They decided not to hide the cracks, but to highlight them. They mixed lacquer with powdered gold. They painted the cracks. When the shogun saw the bowl, he was stunned. It was more beautiful than before. The gold veins looked like a lightning bolt. They looked like a river map. The bowl now had a story. Before, it was just a bowl. Now, it was a survivor. This gave birth to the philosophy of wabi-sabi. Wabi, finding beauty in simplicity and poverty. Sabi, finding beauty in the passage of time and the wear of usage. Wabi-sabi teaches that nothing lasts, nothing is finished, and nothing is perfect. In the West, we throw away broken things. We replace them. We treat people the same way. He is damaged goods. She has too much baggage. The kintsugi master says, the baggage is the treasure. Resilience versus anti-fragility. We need to make a crucial distinction. Most people want to be resilient. Resilience means, I withstand the shock and stay the same. It is the phoenix rising from the ashes to become the same phoenix. This is good, but it is not the highest level. The highest level is anti-fragile. This is a concept coined by Nassim Nicholas Taleb. Anti-fragile is something that gains from disorder. A candle is fragile. The wind blows it out. A fire is anti-fragile. The wind makes it bigger. Kintsugi is anti-fragile. The bowl does not just return to normal. It becomes better than normal. It becomes gold. When you fail, do not try to bounce back. Bouncing back implies returning to where you were before the crash. But where you were before is what caused the crash. If you go bankrupt because you were bad at accounting and you bounce back to the same level of accounting skill, you will go bankrupt again. You need to bounce forward. You need to incorporate the gold, the lesson, into the crack. The new you must be a different entity than the old you. The old you died in the crash. Let him die. The new you is the hybrid of the man and the gold. The Urushi trap, the pain of healing. The part of kintsugi nobody talks about. The glue they use is called urushi lacquer. It comes from a tree that is a cousin to poison ivy. In its raw liquid form, urushi is toxic. If you touch it, it burns your skin. It causes rashes. It is dangerous to work with. The craftsmen risk their health to apply the glue. Healing is toxic. We have this Disney idea that healing is a montage of yoga and green juice. Real healing is painful. Real healing burns. When you are putting yourself back together after a divorce or a failure, it hurts. You have to touch the poison of your own mistakes. You have to admit, I was arrogant, I was lazy, I was wrong. This burns the ego, and urushi takes a long time to dry. It can take weeks or months to cure in a humid chamber. You cannot rush kintsugi. If you apply the gold too fast, the bond is weak and it falls apart again. You have to sit in the dark, humid chamber of your recovery. You have to wait for the glue to set. Most people rush this. They try to get over it in a weekend. They jump into a new relationship immediately. They start a new business the next day. The glue hasn't set. The bowl breaks again. Respect the drying time. Respect the pain of the urushi. Why do we hide our scars? Because we think they signal defect. But in the animal kingdom, scars signal survival. If you see an old lion covered in scars, you do not think, "What a loser." You think, "He has fought many battles, and he is still the king." The scar is a badge of rank. There is a concept in psychology called the pratfall effect. It states that if a highly competent person makes a mistake or admits a flaw, people like them more. Why? Because they become human. Superman is boring because he is invincible. Batman is interesting because he is human. He bleeds, and he has trauma. When you hide your failures, you create distance. You look fake. When you show your cracks, you create connection. Imagine a leader who says, "I have never failed, follow me." Now imagine a leader who says, "I lost everything in 2008. I know what it feels like to be at zero, and I know the way out. Follow me." Who do you follow? You follow the guide who knows the dark because he has been there. Your cracks are not your shame. They are your credentials. How to apply the gold. So, how do you practically perform kintsugi on your life? You are broken right now. How do you add the gold? The gold is meaning. Viktor Frankl, the Holocaust survivor, said, "Despair equals suffering, meaning. If you suffer and you learn nothing, it is just despair. It is just a pile of broken ceramic. If you suffer and you find meaning, it becomes kintsugi." The three-step process. The collection, acceptance. You must pick up the pieces. Do not deny the break. Do not say, "I'm fine." Look at the shards. I lost the money. She left me. I was fired. Accept the reality of the fragmentation. The urushi, the analysis. Why did it break? Was the porcelain too thin? Did you drop it? Take ownership. I didn't study the market. I took my partner for granted. This is the painful glue. Apply it. The gold, the integration. What is the expensive lesson I paid for? If you lost $50,000 on a bad investment, that was a $50,000 tuition fee for a course on risk management. Did you learn the lesson? If you learned it, you are now $50,000 smarter. The crack is gold. If you didn't learn it, You just lost the money. The crack is dirt. You must extract the value from the trauma. Write it down, codify it, teach it to others. When you use your pain to help someone else, that is the purest gold. The masterpiece. There is a legend that when the Japanese tea masters held a ceremony, they would turn the bowl so that the most beautiful part faced the guest. If the bowl was kintsugi, they would turn the crack toward the guest. The crack was the point of honor. It was the focal point of the art. You are not a factory-made vase. You are a unique, handcrafted vessel that has been through the fire and the fall. Do not wish you were perfect. Perfect is boring. Perfect is static. Perfect is dead. Wish to be broken and remade, because the light enters through the cracks, and the gold shines brightest against the broken clay. Your life is not over because it's shattered. The master has just picked up the brush. The art has just begun. Here is your mission. I want you to identify your biggest crack, the failure you are most ashamed of. For example, my failed business, my divorce, dropping out of college. Stop hiding it. In the comments, write it down. And next to it, write the gold, the one lesson you learned from it. Turn your shame into a trophy. And write the vow of kintsugi. I am stronger in the broken places.